Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to episode 174 of Streamworld. I honestly couldn't even think of anything to do today, so I thought of things I've already started and things that need finishing, and I came up with the mansion. So today we're going to be finishing off the mansion. So as you can see, this is where it was left off. I can't remember what episode it was. If you're unfamiliar with what the whole thing looked like, I'll give you a quick presentation now. So I'm gonna add the buttons in. Something I was supposed to do, but guess I'm just lazy. So this is like the sort of entrance here. This room and another room over here just takes you into this little area, which leads up to a balcony, or if it's raining and thunderstorm, got like a little view of the sky. Just a whole bottle of water and fig rolls. Here's the other room, which just opposite there, and you walk through this little corridor which leads into two rooms. So you got this room and this room, and I mean two rooms on each side, so 4 in total. And yeah, you got this room, which is just a mirrored version of the other room, and this room. They're all going to be divided into little sections, by the way, so this will look like a proper mansion. Then you come to here and you've got this little small room, and then of course takes you to the garden or the yard, depending where you're from. Same on the other side, back to the garden. And then this will take you also to the garden. So that's pretty much the entire house already. So I planned out the layout, and then I built the walls, and then I started this. So what I'm planning to do with this now is, for starters, let's build up the walls. I can feel a pulse on my shoulder. That's probably not good. Alright, so how high were the okay, 6. So for starters, let me grab some spruce stairs. Nope, actually, let me just grab them from here. So firstly, this is going to be a balcony. So we'll start off with that. By the way, I haven't planned any of this. This is the first thing that comes to my mind. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to memorize where the doors are, so I can. Okay, there we go. That reminds me, one moment. Just take the door down. That's better. Yeah. There's this kid on my TikTok For You page. I kid you, I don't get how he's funny to anyone. I just don't get it. It's just a kid that plays Fortnite. I tell you, if I was 11, 12 years old, playing Fortnite like now, and I was speaking the same way he would, like I'd probably get told to just go kill myself or just quit TikTok. I kid you not. But for some reason, this kid's popping like like the brand new Travis Scott song's just been released. Everyone's just, well, dying to listen to it. That was pun intended, by the way. I kid you not, like, I don't see anything funny about this guy at all. I don't know whether it's the fact I'm a boomer or it's the fact that humanity is just like devolved rather than evolved. But like all humans have just gone back to monkeys, like way beyond cavemen. Like, we've just gone back to monkeys who know absolutely nothing. I kid you not. Like, I don't find that kid funny one bit. And loads of people could say otherwise. And by the way, I'm not saying the monkey part as a racist joke. I'm saying it as in the fact that we all used to be monkeys back in the day. Or well, back what, 60 million years ago? Yep, I'm not racist. Even though I have been racist in the past, I've gladly grown up now. I'm only admitting to it now because I don't want loads of people finding out that, oh, Josh used to be a racist back in the day, like through like people telling you that I was. So I just want to address it. I'm not racist anymore, only because I respect everyone. I mean, why do you think I have an Indian flag like over like in that direction somewhere? Because an Indian guy told me to build it. If I was a racist, I would have said no. I don't support your country. But of course, I like India. Like, I've got an Indian friend at college, Kartik. Well, I wouldn't say he's Indian. He talks about Italy a lot, so I'm probably thinking he's from around there. He's from Europe. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I never want to assume. That's when you get called a racist. When you assume stuff about people. Prejudiced is another word. Nah, Kartik's sick, man. Like, he may be 2 years older than me. He's 18 and I'm 16. But like, me and him, we have a lot of things in common. Like, he used to do boxing and so did I. Well, he still does, I think. And he's actually quite good at it from what he's told me. I'm okay at boxing, but I'm not Muhammad Ali like type. Nor Mayweather or Mike Tyson, none of that. I ain't that level. I'm probably like 20 levels below that. I'm absolute shit. I can tell you, I ain't done sparring yet, and that's the one thing I want to do, just to see if I'm worthy of, well, not being a rookie anymore, or a noob. I tell you, if I can knock a guy down, then that takes me straight out of rookie. That puts me straight in the level above. We both talk about Japan as well. We were both saying, oh yeah, I'd love to go to Japan, and we were all saying things that we would do if we went to Japan. I kid you not, some of the things that we both mentioned, we both actually wanted to do. So we've got a good bond going, me and Kartik. To be fair, he was the first guy who came up to me in college. I mean, like, people in my class. He was the first person who came up to me and said hello to me. And to be fair, I'm glad he's the one who stuck with me. And of course, I've got other people with me too. I've got Ethan. Ethan's a massive lad, I'll tell you. Like, I wouldn't say he's fat. Like, he's built. Like, he's massive. He's like like 6'4", 6'3". He's massive, and he's the same age as me, but younger. That's the surprising part. I tell you, he would be great as a bodyguard. I tell you. Like, the only downside is that he's a bit shy. Like, he's got a very quiet voice, so I'm thinking what we do is, I think the more time he spends around us, the better, the more confident he'll feel. Because I mean, I'm not shy at all. Like, no matter where I am. Like, I did a presentation yesterday, and so I saved my part to last because I was talking about topologies, if you know what those things are, like how computers, printers, other like devices which use electrical circuits are all connected together, all that kind of stuff, and I mean the way that they're connected, like ring topologies, stars, merge, rings, trees, point to point, hybrid, all those kind of things. And I saved my part to last because I thought, well, I've chose the harder ones and I've put the most time into thinking about what they are off the top of my head. And well, I actually sounded quite professional. I haven't heard myself like back, but the way that I was thinking that I was presenting it made it seem more professional. So I would stand there like talking and reading little bits off the board and pointing to like the pictures and saying, so this is what the diagram looks like of all the devices connected. We all had a little laugh when we were talking about the merge topology, because the image I used kind of looked a bit sketchy, like it looked like a pentagram, like, but the devil's something associated with the devil. Actually, I built one in my world somewhere as a joke. I'm not a satanist or whatever you call those guys who worship the devil. The non-soul people, the dead inside people. And I don't mean the joking way, I mean like people who have actually sold their soul to the devil. Plus, how do you even sell your soul to the devil? Like, how would you even do that? Because the devil isn't really a physical thing that you can't just go up to like a devil and go, take my soul. Like, a soul isn't even a physical thing. I don't even know what a soul is, to be fair. I don't know the best way to explain it. Like, I would never sell my soul to the devil. I'm too bright. I'm on the bright side. By the way, I know exactly where it is. It's right there. There it is. So there's the pentagram. What I was planning to do was build like a little like demon crawling out of it. Like that would have looked cool. And by the way, if you don't recognise what this area is over here. Well, it's part of Stampy's world. This is where his house sits, or well, his bedroom. And then this is like the little mountain that's above it, and same with this part here too. Like the balcony's about like here, and then like, and that's about. Jeez. Now I think it's gotta be about here. Look to my world. Yeah. By the way, I forgot to mention, we're on day 1381. That is a lot. And I've been streaming on this world for months, so it's quite explainable. Like, the first time I was ever on this world, in which I created the world, then streamed it, just to let you know, in the time that happened, from that date to now, if you used to do the math, it will equivalent to this day here. I think. By the way, I keep forgetting to do this, but I promise you I will. So yeah, we've nearly got part of a letter done. It's starting to actually it's starting to look like Thai, like Thailand, and then some. From what it looks like, we've got about 4 letters left. Like that could be an I or an N or a K or anything. Yeah, I don't know, but from what it looks like, it's looking like an I. And yeah, there's a random cross in the middle of the lava. I don't know what this is. It just leads down to nothing. I'm heading to sleep, by the way. There's my old house, the first house I ever built in StreamWorld. As in, like, when I streamed. I can't actually remember the position that I built this. By the way, that's the old map, that is. That's what everything looked like before I started building over there. I need to start doing before and afters on my world, you know. I think it'd be really good, because... What is this? Just normal item frame. Just normal item frames. I'm not allowing that. Because it kind of... Because you can see where the light kind of affects it with the different squares. So... Yeah, also, me and Kartik were talking about girlfriends as well. Bit of a random thing to talk about, but yeah. It's because, basically, Ash, or Arsh, Mad, I think that's his name, he keeps talking about Julian's girlfriend. Well, his name, well, people call him Julian, but his actual name of this guy who is a Jim Brad, sorry, not Brad. Brad's mother friend, he's 19 but he looks 12, according to him. And when I look at him, he looks around my age at least. But there was this one time where I definitely agreed with him, where he said he looked 12. It's basically he was sitting in the corner during the presentation on a Monday. I think it was last week or the week before on Monday, and he was just sitting there in the corner. There was 2 other guys who were with him, and they were taller than him, and he was just sitting there, and he genuinely looked like a child. I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying it was quite funny, because the guys literally, they towered over him. And to be fair, Brad's taller than me, so yeah. And by the way, Ethan was one of the guys who was taller than Brad. Now, I would say Brad's going to be at least 6'1", 6 foot, or something like that. Because I'm 5'11", without shoes on. So I might be 6 foot with shoes on. But yeah, again, last time I got measured, I was 181 centimeters with shoes on. Which, in order to be 6 foot, you have to be 182. So I'm only a centimeter off with shoes on. I'm lucky. Yeah, so Julian, well, I'm going to call him Julian, just to kind of not make things confusing with people who don't know who he is. So he goes to the gym a lot. You can tell by looking at him, his arms are massive. So I spotted him with his girlfriend earlier. I pointed it out to Kartik, because me and Kartik, we both know that that Ash likes to take the piss. So, so yeah. So we spotted him with his girlfriend. I pointed it out to Kartik, and then suddenly he starts talking about girlfriends. Like how he was saying that he's single, I'm single. That it's hard for me to pull girls because every time I do, they reject me, which is sadly true. But he was saying, listen, mate, you need to pull one in the college, not outside, because all the girls that I've tried pulling, well, one of them went to my all of them went to my primary school. And I mentioned one's name when I was doing the renovating episode. I was saying how I hated her post with a boyfriend. Well, nah, not really. Not I hated, but just didn't really like him. Since that could have been me if I asked her earlier. Really don't matter if she breaks up with her boyfriend, she'll probably come to me first. In the meantime, I'm going to try and look for another girl so I don't feel guilty. But to be fair, there are loads of nice looking girls at my college, so I'm probably going to stick to that. I mean, there was one girl earlier that I saw when I walked in after having a little walk outside the college and back in, because I had a cramp in my stomach and a cramp in my leg. So I thought, why not try and, well, not stretch it out, because that makes it worse, but try and like loosen up the joints, see if that relaxes it a little bit. Same with my stomach as well. And also, if I was to be sick, I'd do it outside, come back in, tell whoever's teaching me, at the time would have been Ruth, who's the same teacher that taught my dad, believe it or not. So yeah, I felt better after going for a walk. So I walked back, stood up on the balcony, waiting to walk into the class. Just kept taking deep breaths in and out, and yeah. By the way, Kartik was playing Uno in the final class with there's this guy called Jadera and Jeffrey. Jeffrey's the biggest NPC ever. Like, I kid you not, he looks like Deji. Like, that's the only way I can describe it. He looks like Deji, except his voice is deeper than Deji's. But the laugh is on point, I tell you. Like, when Jeffrey just bursts out laughing, it sounds just like Deji's laugh. Sort of. Except a little deeper. Like, when Jeffrey laughs, it always makes me laugh. Like, there's just no escape. Well, except for today, actually. Because I tried a technique that W2S used to try not to laugh at like random stuff. And where you just think about really like weird stuff. Like stuff I can't even say. Because they're that bad. So I just think about that stuff and then boom, I just don't laugh. So I tried that, and believe it or not, I didn't laugh for the entire lesson. I didn't even smile. I didn't even show any other emotion. I was just dead. Like, I literally looked dead, just behind the face, just blank. Rightio. Yeah, you see, going back on the topic of girlfriends, like I will date any girl, like any, just as long as she has a good personality. Like if it was a disabled woman, like someone who's like a woman who like is missing part of their brain, like can't control themselves properly, yeah, I'd still take them. It's just I wouldn't treat them the same way as I would with my other girls. I don't take that in a bad way. What I mean is I'd probably put more time into looking after them than, well, like going out places, you know. But if it gets to the point where she's just taking the piss and like just making stuff up just to kind of stay with me, then nah, she's gone. Because with me, I need a bit of free time. If I have no free time whatsoever, that's a problem. Because sometimes I need a place to calm down sometimes, and a place to release all my energy. Without that, I'm just no, not disabled. I'm a shit. What's the word? I'm trying to think of the word. It's just in my head, out my head, and then it's just not came back. Oh, unstable. Yeah, I become an unstable human at that point. Like where I just start, my body just begins to break down and I just lose my mind completely. Like if Ash one day told me that, well, something that wasn't my fault, all of a sudden I've got to stay back till 5 when my lesson finishes at 3, like on a Wednesday. I kid you not, if there was no break between that, I would genuinely go insane, and I would literally begin like panicking. It's hard to explain because it hasn't happened to me before yet, but like it nearly happened this one time where I can't remember now. Oh yeah, I was in a classroom in year 3, and I got told off for something which I didn't even do because everyone blamed me. Ooh yeah, let's blame the smartest kid in the class at the time. So I stayed behind. Everyone was laughing at me like behind the window, and I was just ignoring them. Like, I was minding my own business, and the teacher told them all to go away. And at that point, I was in there for about like 15 minutes. So I was young at this point, so yeah. And like I was getting more angry because I could hear people laughing outside, assuming it was targeted towards me. And I literally slammed the desk with my bare hand, like full on blasted it, which I don't really do that often because it usually causes stuff like this. And by the way, this wasn't from me hitting the table, this was from me bashing my hand against my keyboard, which, if you can see here, has a crack in. Well, yeah, there, that's a good shot. My keyboard actually has a crack in it because of how hard I literally hit it. Like, if you compare the spacebar to my entire hand, yeah, there's a clear difference. So when I hit it, I basically go square on like that, but much harder. Like, if you ask Ethan how I tore the skin off on my pinky finger here, I think the only thing he'll tell you is that I got angry and I began bashing my keyboard like full strength, like bashing it. Similar thing happened with my right shift key, where I hit that really hard, and my whole hand went all like, felt paralysed because I couldn't move my hand like that, or I couldn't bend these fingers here. I could bend them. Like it did something like that, but except my finger just wouldn't move. It just stayed perfectly still. And then eventually I regained the ability to bend all the fingers. Like I try my best not to rage a lot sometimes, because sometimes I feel like I'm gonna break my hand, like if I full on bash the thing. So yeah, what happened was I full on hit the table. The teacher looked me square in the eyes, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And my face was red, like, because when I get like dead angry, like really angry, my face starts to go red. It's like a little bit like a cartoon, except it's the blood boiling in my skull. Not because my head's gonna start like blowing up. No, like when I get angry, like I tense my arms like that, so like my veins stick out like mad. Even the vein like here, I can't tell if it's there or there. It's somewhere around here. Like it all just like pops out. Like not on the side of my head, just more like here, and like I start grinding my teeth. So she asked me if I was okay, and I said, I literally looked her dead in the eyes. My eyes were all like, they looked cracked, like blood. Not with actual blood, like, you know when your eye, you know when your eyes have got like little like red parts that kind of like look like little veins or vessels or something like that. Yeah, like those were all over my eye. And to be fair, I've actually got one that's stuck there from that moment, and it kind of like goes across my eye, but it goes underneath my iris. I don't know if I'll try and show you, but like it's gonna be hard for me to. It's in it's in this eye here. So it's like here. Yeah, you can see it kind of. Yeah, see that little red line there? That's it. Right there, where my finger's pointing. It's literally right there. That's the thing. And sometimes when I get angry, like now, even that's proper visible. Like it looks worse, like now. That's a scar from a previous incident. So in the end, the teacher looked at me and was like, "Okay, I think I need to let him out now." So the teacher was like, "Okay, fine, Josh, you can go." And at that moment, I went, just like inhaled, exhaled, and just fully relaxed. Do you know what the best part is? Nobody remembers it because no one was there, except that teacher. And I think she might have retired now, so, or well, moved to a different school or changed job. I don't know where she is now. But if I ever saw her again, I would either stare her dead in the eyes with the same face that I gave her during that little thing, or I'll just ask her about the incident and she'd probably go, "Oh, I remember that," because that was the time where I was at my angriest, like as in the angriest I've ever been. Like when I get angry now, it's nothing compared to how angry I got back then. Like seriously, like I would turn to the Hulk when I got angry back in the day. That's the funniest way to word it. I wouldn't break stuff. I would just hit things and just show people that I'm pissed off. And another time where it nearly happened was I can't remember now. Nah, I can't remember it, but I remember there was definitely another time where it nearly happened. Oh, I think I remember. So me and my dad and my brother, we all went to this like place, and all I can remember was I was young. I was probably about like 8 or 9, or even 10. I can't remember. So we went to this like flower garden, and I remember my dad was messing with me, and then all of a sudden, like he was messing with me. My brother was laughing, just him and my brother, like no one else. And then all of a sudden, because I didn't like it, I burst into rage. And I was like, "What are you doing that for?" And everyone was just looking at us, and Dad was just like panicking. He was like, "It was just a joke. We're only kidding." And everyone just looks away. And then I was like, "Well, but I didn't like that." And then, of course, my dad apologised. If he does something wrong, he always apologises, whether it's his fault or not. Same with me, to be fair. I'm starting to be more stubborn now than I used to be. Because I got kicked around like a can like back in the day. That's a good way to word it. Because like I just wouldn't do anything. Like if a guy came up to me with his arms like that saying "fight me," I would just stand there and go, "No." Or okay, hit me. That's how I used to be. Well, not the hit me part, but as in I just wouldn't do nothing. Or otherwise I'd just walk away and just say, "Can't be arsed for this today." But that's me now. Just nah, can't be arsed. speaking of can't be asked, I have an assignment to do later, so I'm gonna get that done in a bit. Can I smell pizza? I think I can smell pizza, you know, or like fresh bread that's been like released out of a factory, or I don't know what it is, but it smells quite nice. But I bet you it tastes absolute shit to me. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got some very unfortunate news. So in a few more weeks, I'm going on holiday, which means that there won't be any streams for about a week or two. So yeah, I'm just putting that out there because I'll be gone for the week or two. But yeah, again, it's not really much of a big deal. I mean, to be fair, I'm only going to Greece, which is gonna take about 5 hours, let's say. Nah, Greece has to be longer than 5 hours. I don't know how long Greece is gonna be, but don't know. All I can say is as long as I have a good time. But I have a solid feeling everything will be okay. I feel like I'm going to have an amazing time. Whoops. Like, I'm even hoping I can meet some girls there too. Or lads. Like, I think I'll be gassed if there was lads from there. I'm talking like... Okay, that's level. Just checking. I'm talking like full on, what's the word? Like full on Greece, like kids. Not the guys who speak it. I mean like the people who are from there that can speak English, and of course Greece. Well, I think people from Greece speak Spanish, so Spanish kids. Because Jeffrey and Jadera, I think Professor as well. He's another friend of mine who, me and him, well, Professor's got a really deep voice, and apparently he's from South Africa, I think, or Jamaica. I can't remember. There's an African country said in the presentation today, and Professor went woohoo, or he did something. But yeah, speaking of Professor, like his voice is really deep. Like I'm not surprised. Like some people's voices, like especially people from like Africa and maybe South America as well. Like their voices are proper deep. Like I'm actually glad I can actually understand a word he's saying. I'm absolutely glad that my brain can recognise the words that come out of his mouth. Because otherwise I'm going to have to get someone else who can understand them. Oh shit. Right. Like, it's nothing to do with his accent. Like, his accent's fine. Like, his accent actually makes his voice sound better. Like, it makes it sound more professional. Look, I have nothing against anyone like at my college. It's just it's like genuinely like everyone's cool. Everyone's amazing. But out of all my friends, I'd probably say Kartik has to be the best. Second place, Ethan, and third would probably have to be... Third's gonna have to go to Professor. Because I've got to give it to the guy. He's amazing. Like, I thought Professor was my age when I first saw him. After hearing his voice, I was like, nah, he has to be 18. And well, he is 18, I think. Or 19. Because you see, people in my college class, or, well, college in general, everyone's from different ages. Some people are 16, like me. Some are 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. The oldest person in my class is 21, and it's Jeffrey. Like, what has Jeffrey been doing for, like, the past, what? How long? 5 years? 16, 5 years ago? What has he been doing? Has he been failing this long? Or only now he's decided to enroll? Like, that's bad. I was hoping, but by the time I'm 20, I hopefully try and buy a house with all the money I've got. Or buy a flat or something. I want to move out by the time I'm 20. I don't want to live with my parents for much longer. Especially my dad's house. Like, I kid you not, my dad's house is a nightmare. The kids out there are nuts. Absolutely hate them. Like, there's nothing wrong with the house. Like, the house is fine. Except it's kind of not. Like, the rooms are quite small. But that's fine. I can live with that. But, like, it's the kids, man. They're so loud. Like, genuinely, like, next time they're loud, I'm going to go out to them, I'm going to give them a smack. I'm going to smack them so hard. Like, they do my head in. A lot. Like, even my dad hates them. But he doesn't hate all of them. Like, my dad dropped his keys once out of his car, and a kid ran over and gave it to him. In which I was expecting the kid to run off with the keys and give them to someone. If that was to happen, I'd run after the kid and I would gladly knock that kid out. Genuinely. And I mean, like, he does it with intent. As in, he's intentionally giving the keys away to, well, someone. I tell you, I'd gladly knock the kid out. Along with the guy who has the keys. Off the kid. Well, first I'd ask for them back. If they say no, then I knock them out. Or even if he evokes me, like throws the keys at me to give them to me, I'll just swing straight for him. But not making it look like that I'm the one who dealt the first punch. I'll do it in a way so that he's just there like, okay, I should not have took this guy's keys. Or this guy's dad's keys. Because with me, I'm trying to learn now to be more violent. So like, if anyone ever attacks me, and of course I have to respond, I can deal more effective hits, which will hopefully either scare them off or deal some proper pack-a-punch hits. Like, I'm not trying to say I want to be a criminal when I'm older. All I'm saying is, I just want to live life in it. I just want to live life in my way. That's all I can say. There's nothing else I want to say except I want to live life my way, rather than being picked on by certain individuals and then just losing a lot of things, which were all my fault because I didn't do anything. By the way, I need that back. Like I tell you, I might start boxing in the future again. I'm planning to do it on Thursday, like boxing sessions. And I'm thinking when I'm older, try and hire a trainer, and then just train with him, like non-stop. And then at that point, I'm just gonna shock the world. Like, to be fair, I'm just thinking about college, but I think I'm friends with literally nearly everyone in that class. Like, I'm friends with Brad. I'm friends with the two Indian guys. What are their names now? It's Amrit? I think, yeah, the guy with glasses is Amrit. No, I think I got them mixed up. They look identical. Like, that's the annoying part. They've both got different names, but they look very identical, except one wears glasses, and to be fair, the glasses actually suit him, and the other guy just doesn't. I mean, in terms of facial features, they look different, but like they've got the same haircut, and they've got like the same style of beard, because like of course Indians grow their hair quicker than us in the UK. Only because they live closer to the equator, so their hair grows quicker and faster than ours. Like, to be fair, that's not necessarily true, because I started growing a bit of a beard in year 8. Like I had like hairs like all under here, like very very light. Like they were like you probably wouldn't even be able to see them from a distance, but you could definitely see them when you shone the light on them and looked in the mirror or something. And then in year 9, they just vanished. And then of course in year 11, or well now, they're starting to grow back, but it's only under my chin, it's not all up here now. But what is starting to grow, however, is my sideburns. Because when I got my hair cut on Friday, the barber shaved all my hair off here, because it was proper long, with a grade 1 to start off with. And I noticed there was like a little bit of a, like my sidebone was all the way down to here, even though he shaved it all. And then when he went for the skin fade, he got the razor and just like kind of brushed it down and removed all the hair that was down there. So maybe when I do a stream in the future, it's probably going to be visible, which I ain't complaining, because if I got proof that I'm growing a beard, that's the proof you'll get. And I've got my evidence, and you've got the proof to back it up. Well, where was I? Oh yeah, building the college. No, building a mansion whilst talking about college. I'm not going to build a college in Minecraft. That would take me far too long. Otherwise, I'd just find the structure online and then just paste it in. So I'm friends with Kartik, friends with Ethan, friends with a girl called Isla. Well, I don't speak to her often. We had a really good conversation a few weeks ago when we were talking about different games. Okay, here's one. So there's this other girl who's in there. I can't remember her name. I haven't spoke to her yet, but we've seen each other. So, you know, we haven't had a proper conversation yet. Because the thing is, Ash is amazing at pairing people up, like trying to make us make new friends, basically. Like he has his ways, man, and he literally, I don't know how he does it. It's phenomenal. So what he does is he gets us to do an assignment. So he goes, okay, we're going to put you in groups, and then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it starts again, goes round the class, and then we go to the people with the same number, and so we all sit together, we all have a chat about what we're doing, and then we head off and start it. And then eventually, once it's done, or just before it's done, when the others are presenting, we all come back together and we all have a chat saying, have we got everything included? Will this be a good presentation? And then, yeah, it happened recently. So it was me, Jidera, and someone else. Who was it? It was one of the Indian blokes. Who, I kid you not, they're amazing. I don't know how they do it. I think it's that natural, like do you know those Indian YouTubers on YouTube? Yeah, it's got to be one of those like instincts. It's got to be born within them that they just know absolutely everything about computers. Like they're just too smart. They're too overpowered. Like when I get paired up with one of them, I just know already we're gonna be all right. So otherwise, when I'm not paired with them, or one of them, I tend to panic a little bit because I'm like, okay, let's just hope that the other people in my team are not absolute dumbasses. In which most of the time they're not. Most of the time we're all. Why's the door not better? Like most of the time, I'm paired up with people who are actually quite smart. But I kid you not, if I'm paired up with Jeffrey, and someone else who's just really, really stupid, I'm done for. Because the thing is with Ash, he's very strict. Like one mistake and he'll be like, right, that's it, 5 minutes. And then another one, yep, 10 minutes. And then eventually he'll say, I'll keep you to 4, you know. No, I'm just there like, come on, sir, it wasn't even my fault. I haven't even done nothing. I deserve to go home. It's the person who caused the whole thing who should be the one staying back. Yeah, again, if I was to tell Ash that, he'd look me dead in the eyes and he would go. Yeah, he'd be go, what, you got a problem? But to be fair, I do have a problem because I want to get home, I want to see my mom, I want to see my cat. I don't really want to see my brother. I mean, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, he definitely does not want to see me. If there was an option, live with your brother or live without your brother, Archie would definitely say without. 100%. I would say with, because you know, if I ever get bored not having friends, I've always got another boy or a brother to play with, as in play football, because that's what we do. Go out on the front garden, have a game of football. We did it earlier, and Jesus Christ, I sound like one of those squeaky ducks. The way you squeeze me, they make a noise. Yeah, I sound like one of them. I was wheezing like mad. I tell you, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, but no. It was the fact I kept on laughing, the fact I kept wheezing. Because like when I wheeze, I just keep laughing. Like I just can't stop. It's that funny. And I definitely know who I got the wheezing from. As she's sitting downstairs right now, probably watching something on David Beckham still. And that's my mum. For this part is my oldest cousin Callum also wheezes as well. And everyone calls him Kettle. Kettle. Because he sounds like a kettle when he laughs. Okay, I was planning to have an early night tonight, as I tried last night, and well, that definitely failed. Okay, I'll give you a story. So, last night was probably the weirdest night I've ever slept through. So, it started off at 9 o'clock. It was around 9:07 because I got into bed at 9, tried to get to sleep. Then I realised, oh shit, I haven't set my alarms for tomorrow. So I woke up, got out of bed, set my alarms, tried putting my phone on charge, and the charger wouldn't work, so I moved the charger around a little bit, and boom, thing lit on. Got into bed, went to sleep. So I knocked myself out, of course, go to a deep sleep. Then I wake up again. Well, this is the first time. So I woke up to my mum coming into my room telling me good night. Then I went back to sleep, and then I felt like I wasn't even asleep. It kind of felt like I was staring into like the abyss of just darkness. So I thought, okay, I'm definitely not falling asleep. So I opened my eyes, like with full control, like the shut now, and I could just open them. And I looked at the clock, so I was on my back, so I kind of leant back, turned my head, and it said 3:10 in the morning. So at that point I was like, okay, something ain't right. So I went back to sleep, and I woke up again. It was 6 o'clock. I was like, okay, I've had enough now. Went back to sleep, woke up to my first alarm 30 minutes later, 6:30, and then I just went back to sleep. I went through all my alarms, getting in and out of bed, turning them off. Eventually it hit 7:15, and I was like, okay, now I need to get my ass out of bed. And then, so I went downstairs, had some fig rolls, had a giant glass of Vimto, and then that's it. I was out the door. So you can definitely tell I had a weird night last night. But I tell you, I don't know how I even got through the night, and I'm actually worried about what tonight's going to be like, since I've also got college tomorrow. But then when it comes to Thursday, like fuck Thursday, man. I'll stay up all night and then go to sleep at what, 4 o'clock in the morning after doing everything I wanted to do, and then just get up at like 12, like no problem. But getting up at like 10, 9, 8, something like that. Like I don't know whether if it's the fact that my brain thinks it's got insomnia. No, that's. I don't know whether the fact that I've got insomnia or the fact that my brain thinks I'm paranoid. Like it feels like when I go to sleep, like something's gonna like jump out at me and kill me. Like it's like something's gonna jump out the towel cupboard or whatever that thing is there now, or even my wardrobe. Like some when I go into a deep sleep, something's just gonna jump out and just kill me, or something that even runs like opens the door and just goes pew, just runs straight through and just straight through my chest. Like I don't know whether it's my brain giving me a sign or not, but to be fair, my bed's fine. Like, my bed's comfy. Like if you want to come round and sleep in my bed, well, and I'll sleep downstairs on the bloody sofa, which isn't as comfy. Like, if you spend the night on that bed, I kid you not, you would not complain whatsoever. The only thing you would complain about is the noise. Literally, listen to this. All right, listen. So, okay, I hurt my back. Alright, listen. Right, this is my bed right here. So, alright, watch. Listen to the noise when I sit on it. Yeah. Okay, that was silent that time. Oh, okay. What if I try lying on it actually? Because usually it makes the noise when I lie on it. Okay, this is weird because yeah, usually when I lie on it, it's really loud. Like, because well, my first option is I think that I've definitely got a broken plank under it. I remember it was a time that my girlfriend came round and we both jumped on the bed at the same time and we had a snap. Looked under, there was a broken plank. We both started laughing. And that was a year ago. Wow, it's been a year already. Anyway, it's okay. So what I was talking about with me checking the time in the middle of the night and moving my chair out of the way. So I was lying on my back like this. I woke up And what I kind of did was I turned on my side like that and turned my head to look at the time like that. And I just went back to sleep. See, it was something like that. I was hoping I didn't kick my computer then. There was this one time where I kicked it so hard that it just shut off. Similar to how Tommy Innit kicked Tubbo's computer back in 2020 during a stream, just straight off. Okay, so the final thing I want to do today is add in the stairs in. You probably noticed I've done it here and here. So this is the final thing I want to do. So I'm thinking, so yeah, I'll leave the decorating to another episode because I just want to get to bed, you know. I'm hoping that I have a good night tonight, because if not, then I might have to talk to the college about it and tell them that, like, okay, I'm hoping if you can to change my schedule so I only come in at certain times so I can get a good night's rest so that I can, well, work efficiently, like when I come in. And if they say no, okay, that's fine. Like, I mean, they won't say yes to everything, especially if it sounds dumb. Like, I'll definitely talk to Ash. Ash will be the main guy who I talk to with my issues, like regarding college, because he's the guy who, well, I see the most. What I mean by that is, I see him twice a week, Monday and Wednesday. I see him I'm trying to think. But my whole point is that I see Ash a lot. Well, there we are. Stairs are done. So we can go to the second floor, then straight to the third. No problem. So this is going to be my favourite floor because I have a good idea for what I'm going to do. And there's a reason why I extended this up by a couple extra blocks to make the floor thicker, because I'll show you when I start decorating. But for now, we are done with this episode, and I'll continue with this. I'll probably say in, I don't know how many episodes, but it'll probably be a couple, or otherwise it might be the next one if I have no ideas. So yeah, we're done. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. I'm not doing a stream tomorrow or Friday or Saturday because I'm gonna have a break from it, try and think of some more ideas so I don't burn out, and then eventually StreamYard just ends because I run out of ideas. So yeah, I'm gonna have a chat with a few people tomorrow and just say, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to build? What lore do you want me to start? Any of that kind of stuff, and then get some